Hello everybody, this is Stonewall, and today we're back with some Infinite Warfare, and we're going to be opening up some supply drops. So the deal that's going on right now in the Quartermaster is what they're calling triple play, and they've done this one before. But it's 10 rare supply drops, 1 dupe protected Quartermaster collection hack, and 1 dupe protected Mark II hack of epic quality. So you're guaranteed a Mark II epic of some kind, and something from the Quartermaster collection. Plus, of course, the 10 rare supply drops. I kind of wish the 10 rare supply drops were also duplicate protected, but it doesn't say that they are. It's 400 keys, so basically you're paying the 300 keys for the rare supply drops and 100 keys for a guaranteed Mark II epic and something from the Quartermaster collection. So let's look at my armory real quick. More specifically, the Quartermaster collection. I don't have much out of here. And just kind of scroll through the commons. Of course, I've got more of. Yeah, one in the legendary, and that's the NV4. But there are a few that I would kind of like to have. The Trek 50 Ranger would be kind of nice. The UDM Stalker, just because it's a very different way to play with that pistol. I'd kind of like to play around with that. The perk on the Proteus Polarity looks really nice, increased fire rate. The axe would be fun to play around with. So mostly the epics on the DLC weapons would be really nice to have. In the regular prototype lab, there's not really that many that I would, say I was focused on getting. The Volt Corruption might be okay for the extra points that you get. I've already got the SMG's gold, but the Cyclopean and the Bosozoku could also be pretty good. I've got the Mammoth. So there's not really that many. I'm going to start working on the snipers a lot soon, so maybe I can start looking over here and saying, yeah, that would be good. I've actually got the Mark II version of the Spectacle. I have to keep reminding myself that when I look through this list. The shotguns I've got all gold. And I've got the Mark II version of the Doppler. Smoothbore would be nice to play around with, but again, I've got them gold, and if I'm focusing on the camo challenges, I probably won't get back around to it. I also have a Mark II version of the Kaiken. And then after that, we might actually do one of the assault rifle hacks, because if you look in the Quartermaster collection, it takes 2,000 salvage to get a legendary assault rifle, and 4,000, of course, for an epic. And I've got a little bit of salvage laying around. As you can see up there, about 12,000. And I've got a lot of keys, so I'm going to be able to do this triple play twice. So let's buy that. I'm going to go ahead and buy it a second time. And open up all the rare supply drops first. Especially since this is duplicate protected. Hopefully I will eliminate some of the things that could be a duplicate. So let's jump into this. It's been a while since I've done an actual supply drop opening. Nice. Wait a minute. I think that's a duplicate epic. Wow. Okay, that's the first time I've seen that. Oh, the other thing I would like is the rock, paper, scissors gesture to get the achievement. Because there's actually an achievement in the game for playing a game of rock, paper, scissors with somebody. Huh. Don't think I've seen that camo before for the assault rifles. 100 salvage. So I'm probably going to get enough salvage to pay for the assault rifle pack.
Nice.
2 duplicates. That EBR 800. I think at this point I now have 4 rare variants of the EBR 800. 2 Mark IIs, and then 2 standard.
Lucky.
And the asteroid mines camo is actually pretty cool. I have it for the snipers, I think. I've put it up there before. Oh, nice. So there's the Stallion Epic. So far, this is going really well. And of course, double XP tokens. I was down to 30 of them. Because I don't use them unless I get a really good game. At least above 10,000 XP. What? How? Okay. Wow. Not even sure what to say about that one. If it does it a third time, I don't know. Okay. So I think I actually have that version of the Trek 50. Oh, nice. Mark II G-Rail. Nice.
I'd be pretty happy with that.
So I think we're halfway through these rare supply drops. I've been using the greed. So maybe I think I might have the Mark II version of the Volt Greed then. Because that's the one I've been using for the reduced recoil, one for those headshots. So more double XP tokens.
That's some fine hardware.
Yep. I knew I'd used that one for slide kills at one point or something like that.
That's quite the score.
He said that's quite the score. I only get one item, the rest of it's duplicates. Oh, and I already unlocked the Tegu or whatever it is from the mission teams. So probably going to be using that one a bit. Oh, nice.
Look at that sheen.
I guess that's, yeah, one of the missiles or whatever as an accessory. 4 left.
Lucky.
I think I've got that Stallion 44. Wow. 3 duplicates. And I have already gotten over 1,000 salvage from those 2 epic duplicates. That was 500 of it. 2 left. Ooh. Nice.
That's a supply drop.
Mark II nuclear variant for the Type 2. I think this is the last one. Again with... okay.
Look at that.
Alright. So let's open these up. So let's go ahead and do the Quartermaster Collection one. Alright, the Chimera. And that one, if I remember correctly, you get bonus score or something like that if you switch modes every other kill. I think that's the way that one works. Another one. Let's see what we get. Alright, the Bushwhacker.
Minimal wear.
I think I've got the standard version of that one. So I'll probably throw that one on then. Alright, the Epic Mark II is the Sentinel. Alright. Of course, I just put up a video of me getting the Mauler Gold, so yeah, it probably won't get a whole lot of use. And the Masochist, which I have as a standard gun. So, alright, overall not too bad. I've gotten about 1,300 salvage, so let's see what we get out of this. Because there's nothing I'm really focusing on buying with salvage. A lot of what I would want would be in the Quartermaster Collection. But that one's not too bad.
You take that with you.
Let's go ahead and get another one. Alright,
I get it.
so
Pick.
two decent ones. There's the EBR 800 and the NV4 Chaos. Let's do this last one because I think you can only buy 3. Nice. Okay, so
One way to level the playing field.
as you can see there, I bought 3 of them and 2 of them were epics. So that's really nice, and none of them were duplicates. So that was really good. I do have 136 more keys. Let's go ahead and buy some rare supply drops with it. Might should have done this earlier to prevent more duplicates, but there's so many different items in this game. I doubt I'll run into a big issue with that. So 105 salvage is pretty nice.
Fine art.
Mostly salvage. And I think one more after this. Oh, the spearhead. That's one of the better versions of it because the fire rate increase. Huh. It's an interesting camouflage. Fairly recent. And one common. Now, if I get a legendary or an epic, I should say, out of this. Nope, all commons.
That's all that matters, right?
And one duplicate. Alright, so I would say that was a fairly successful opening. Several epics, some pretty good variants in here. A bunch of Mark IIs. And some double XP tokens. I think I got about 15 of those. But still not the rock, paper, scissors gesture. I'd still like to be able to get that. And I was surprised that I got duplicate stallion epics. That was kind of crazy. But anyways. Oh yeah, this was the last one that I got. I'm not sure why that shows up here because I unlocked it from the mission team. I guess it is kind of a recent piece of gear that I've gotten. So yeah, it was a pretty good supply drop opening. It was a bunch of keys I had saved up, so I'm gonna have to start building that back up again to do another one of these and be ready for the next deal that comes out. So anyways, this is Stonewall signing off, and I'll see you in another video.